Good morning. Checking to make sure that I've got a good strong signal from here. Looks like I do, so we will be able to proceed forward. If you can hear me okay, give me a heads up or a thumbs up or a like or a love or a comment or something so that I'll know that I am coming through loud and clear. Lots of messing around with things this morning, and so I want to make sure that this is working like it's supposed to. No longer have sound control, and so as Facebook builds us an audience, let's take a look at what we have here. I can't turn. Man, I really like to be outside, so if it's at all possible, I'm going to try to do my broadcast from outside. This is my chance to get out, and so I always enjoy being able to do that. So if you can hear me okay, give me tell me that you can hear me fine. I want to see the comment. I'm having a little bit of an issue. Facebook keeps changing. This is the third change I've seen in the live feed platform this week. So if you are hearing me fine, just let me know. I'd be interested to know if you're hearing me. Dave, I see that you're there. Let me know. Can you hear okay? I no longer have volume control. That was another weird thing that Facebook's done this week, is they've removed your ability to change the volume during the time that you are on air. So if you can hear me all right, please let me know, because I don't know if you can or not. Okay, good. I just, like I said, Facebook has changed. We don't have volume control now. I don't know if it's this or what it is, but for some reason yesterday and today I couldn't turn the sound up or down. So here we are, I guess. But I usually try to turn the sound down so we don't get the ambient noise from the highway, which I would really like to be able to eliminate. But I prefer to be outside. The reason why I prefer to be outside, let me see if I can move over here just a little bit and still keep the signal. I'd like to do that. I don't know if I can or not, but I would like to be able to do that. If I can continue to keep the signal in strong, it'll help. I try to get around the corner here so it blocks the sound a little bit from the highway. Let's see how this does. This is not my normal, typical live feed routine, so I apologize for that. But that does block the sound from the highway just a little bit. One of these days I'll find a better place to go live from. Okay, have we lost everybody yet? Is everybody here? I see that we have John and Connie and Dave was on, and people jumping in and out as we do this morning. So maybe it's me moving around. Maybe I'm not getting the Facebook feed that I'm supposed to be getting. So give me some love, likes, shares, something if looks like no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to hide behind the edge of the house. So sorry about that. Hopefully we won't hear too much noise. What happens is the highway's right there and my house is right here, so I get an echo on this side. I eliminate it completely on the other side. So I'll try something different next week, see if we can't make this work a little bit better. Don't want to have to compete with the big trucks going down the highway. But I do love to do the live feeds from outside, so I'm gonna be here if I can. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Connie, and John and Dave, and all the people who have joined us this morning. I appreciate you being on. Always enjoy my audience. So today I want to talk about something. When I get finished fumbling around here, I'm going to talk about something I think will be important, something that will be helpful to you. All week long I've been talking about facts. I've been talking about the truth. I've been talking about how do we arrive at the truth. And I talked about the three different types of truth that we deal with on a daily, regular basis. That is manipulated facts, those things that get manipulated. People play with the facts and they use that to twist and distort things. And you can always tell because people will make comments like, well, obviously. And when they say that, that means it's obvious to everybody, and if you don't get it, then you must be a moron. You know, that's a manipulated fact. It's intended and it's stated in a way that makes you feel less than best because you didn't see what was apparently so obvious to everybody else. But it may not always be true. So sometimes you have manipulated facts. Then, good morning, Dee. Then you have manipulated facts. That's one category of facts, one category of truth. It's easy to manipulate facts, and we have it all the time. We have all kinds of things that manipulate facts. Second one, is facts that are facts, and they're true, but they're not relevant. They have absolutely no bearing on the decision that we're making. And I run into this with business owners all the time, because what they do that they're not aware of is that it's a really good idea to them. This is what I really like. I like it like this. This is what I prefer. The problem is you're not selling it to you. You're selling it to the public. What do they want? See, the fact is you like it like this. You like that in the color blue or whatever it is. You like it when it doesn't have a drop-down menu. You like that. But what does the public want? So you have facts that are facts, but they're not relevant. And one of the biggest challenges that we have in helping people to understand market research is that they don't always understand those facts don't always apply. They're not always important. So we have facts that are not relevant. They are true and they're verifiable, but they don't apply. They're not applicable to the situation. So you have manipulated facts, you have facts that are not relevant, and then you have accurate facts. And accurate facts are the thing that we ought to be functioning with. They ought to be the thing that we choose in our decision-making process. That ought to be the place where we look when we're trying to make decisions. That ought to be the when we're trying to create product, when we're trying to vote, when we're trying to get to the heart of the matter. When we're trying to get to the heart of the matter, is we ought to be focusing on accurate facts. Decisions made upon accurate, relevant facts can make a huge difference. They can move us in the right direction. But if we are operating on a manipulated fact, then we'll have a problem. If we're operating on an irrelevant fact, it doesn't apply, then we're going to have problems. We'll end up making bad decisions. Good morning, Jeremy. So in the process of talking about facts, it's really important that we understand that we've got to get to the place where we find accurate facts. And so today I want to give you just an introduction to two things. I've given you a link right there. That link right there is to a program that I created years ago. I started this program when I was coaching high school debate, because I've got students that have to flip from one side to the other frequently, and they had to get to the accuracy of facts so that they might be good at either side. And my kids became really, really good debaters, but I created a program to help them to think properly so that they could get to the accuracy of the truth. And I used to call it power thinking. Now I call it solution hackers. It's a little more contemporary. But the whole purpose of this is to help you to understand that there's two things that you have to do in order to arrive at the accuracy of the truth. Mentioned one of them briefly yesterday. I'll mention both of them today. The first one is that I must recognize that I have biases and prejudices. I have to identify the fact that that my biases and my prejudices affect. Good morning, Annette. My biases and my prejudices affect the way I think. They get in my way, and they get in my way quickly, and they get in my way very easily, and they taint everything that I hear from that point on. So the first thing is I have to recognize that I have biases and prejudices. Good morning, Joanne. To recognize that I have biases and prejudices. Recognizing that I have biases and prejudices is step one to being able to think accurately. Because I've got to know, is that bias the thing that's getting in the way? Is that prejudice the thing that's getting in the way? Is that whatever it is, whatever I currently think may be keeping me from being able to think better? Just understand that. Whatever I currently think, that's my bias. That might be my prejudice. And by prejudice, I'm not talking about racial prejudice. I'm using the word prejudice in a very broad sense here, okay? No, it's not raining in my office, and that's a good thing. As a matter of fact, it's a beautiful day. We don't have a cloud in the sky, and it's a gorgeous day, and I'm loving it out here. But I've had to move around a lot in order to find a place where I could actually broadcast from. So I feel like I'm against a brick wall. Oh, wait a minute. I am against a brick wall. But first of all, we have to identify the fact that we have biases. I can't fix them immediately. And we'll talk about, in the link that's right there, you'll get some information about how to fix those things. But we have to identify the fact that my prejudice is preventing me from thinking past the problem to the solution. So that's step one. I've got to identify the biases and prejudices. I'm not trying to fix them at this point. I'm just trying to identify them. Because if I'm thinking that my thinking is perverted by something, then it prohibits me from being able to think accurately. So step number two is that you have to proceed with humility. And that's the hardest part. That's hard for me. It's hard for you. It's hard for all of us. We have to proceed with humility. Somebody I may disagree with might be right. Think about that one for a moment. I have to proceed with humility. They might actually know more about the subject than I do. To proceed with humility. I've got to identify my biases and proceed with humility. Humility allows me to be able to proceed and let the facts, the accurate facts, the discovered facts, take me in a direction I need to go, even if it's different than where I think. I want to, humility is going to take me in a direction that I need to go, even if that's different than what I currently think. And if people would just stop today and stop calling each other names, stop pointing fingers at each other, stop identifying each other as being the problem, and we would start to think past our biases with humility, allowing the truth to take us in places where we need to go, you'd be amazed at what might happen. Okay? Right there is a link. Just above the video this morning, there is a link to my program called Solution Hackers. That program was designed and developed to help high school students to learn how to become good debaters, which may lead them to think differently than I would, and that's okay. Matter of fact, the greatest honor that I've had from those former students is when they have arrived at a position different than mine, and they've done it because they used the process that I taught them to think by. That's a great honor. For me, it is. It recognizes the fact that there is truth beyond the bias. Does that make sense? Hopefully you can understand that. But grab the program. Here's what I'm going to give you the details. I'm making it available for 3 payments of $7 a piece. $7 today, $7 next month, and the same day, $7 the next month, same day, $21, you've got the whole thing. All right? Now, it's trickled out for a little bit, okay? But you'll have everything, and there's a community of people there. You got video training that goes with that. You get the notes that go with it. You get worksheets that will help you, like the one that we're talking about right here on humility and bias. There's a worksheet there for identifying those things. And there's a book called 10 Unbreakable Laws of Business Success, and you need to have those. So make sure you grab that link right there, $7. I've never made this program available like that. I tested it out once for $1, but the serious value of the program is $97. So I'm gonna make it available to people who've been listening to me this week for $21, and I want you to grab it. It's right there. It's easy for you to get to, and so it's not an elaborate sales page. I'm not giving you a huge pitch. It's $7. Okay. And when you log in, you put your credit card information there. You press submit. I get your email address. You're taken to a registration page. On that registration page, you register for the program. You should be ushered right in. Hopefully that whole process works correctly. I didn't test it for today's program because I just want you to grab it. And if you miss out, we're going to put some really heavy emphasis on that in the next few weeks, and so make sure to grab that. It's just, like I said, it's 3 payments, $7 a piece. You'll be glad that you did. I'm getting some love from Joanna here, who's saying it's a great program. You don't want to miss it, and Joanna's been through most of it, and so you'll understand when you see that. So grab that right now. You'll be amazed what that will do for you. There's several hours of video there. Tons of worksheets, and it can be very, very helpful to you. But I want you to get to the point where you recognize accurate truth, because decisions based upon accurate truth are the ones that are life-changing. If it's made on manipulated truth, then guess what? You're being manipulated. If it's made upon irrelevant truth, stuff that doesn't really apply, then guess what? You're chasing down the wrong road, hoping to get a better result, and it isn't going to happen. You have to make your decisions based upon accurate truth. All right? Gave you that quote from Napoleon Hill earlier in the week that I thought would be helpful to you about this topic. We talked about it a little bit with Tom yesterday, and wanted to wrap it up this week on Thursday. Thursdays are always my last day for live feeds for the week, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to be able to get this, because I think it'll be very, very helpful to you. I know the people that have done it in the past have loved it. Tom's one of the people who've been through the program. Joanna's been through the program. Others have been through the program and loved it. So grab that program, just $7 this week, $7 next month, $7 a month after that, and then you're done. And then you get access to that amazing program, and it will help you to identify accurate truth. All right? Thank you for joining me today. I love you. I appreciate you having the opportunity to join me today. I look forward to next week. New topic, new subject, new stuff. I can't wait to talk to you then. Thanks.